The shape of the universe. Have you ever truly, in the deep silence of the night, looked up at the stars and wondered, what is all of this in? I don't just mean our solar system or our galaxy. I mean everything. The sum total of every star, every nebula, every distant quasar, every single atom, and the space between it all. What is the universe in? And the answer that modern physics whispers back is stranger than any fantasy. It isn't in anything. It just is. But it is a certain way. It has a shape. Welcome, cosmic travelers. Today, we are not just looking at the stars. We are going to attempt to step outside of reality itself, to gaze upon the ultimate architecture of existence. We are going to hunt for the shape of the universe. And I promise you, the journey will change the way you see everything. For most of human history, we thought we knew. The ancients saw a dome, a celestial sphere, with the gods just on the other side. Then, we thought it was an infinite, static stage, a blank, dark canvas upon which the drama of stars and planets played out. An endless, featureless void. But infinity is a cop-out. It's a mathematical placeholder for a mystery we haven't yet solved. And modern cosmology has begun to pull back the curtain on a reality far more structured, far more magical, and far more terrifyingly beautiful than we ever imagined. So, what are the possibilities? Let's begin with the simplest, the one that feels most like home, the cosmic balloon. Imagine our universe is the skin of a balloon. Not the rubber inside, not the air it contains, just the skin, the two-dimensional surface. And painted on that skin are billions of tiny galaxies. Now, start inflating the balloon. What happens? Every single galaxy moves away from every other galaxy. There is no center on the surface. From the perspective of any one galaxy, it seems like it's at the center of the expansion. This is exactly what we see. The universe is expanding, and from our tiny, pale blue dot, everyone is rushing away from us. It's not that we're special, it's the nature of the space itself, stretching. Now take that balloon and curve it back onto itself. Connect the edges. You get a sphere, a three-dimensional version of the balloon's surface, a finite universe. It has no edge, no boundary. If you could build a starship and fly in one perfectly straight line, you wouldn't fly out into some empty void. You would, eventually, after an unimaginable journey, return to your starting point from the opposite direction. You'd have circumnavigated the cosmos. Think about that. A universe with no center and no edge. A closed, finite cosmos. It feels cozy, in a way, complete, contained, a perfect cosmic egg. But what if that's not right? The infinite tabletop. This is the other leading contender. A universe that is perfectly flat. Not flat like a table, but flat in its geometry. The rules of geometry we learned in school, parallel lines never meet, the angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. They hold true, everywhere, forever. In this model, space simply goes on and on and on, without end. An actual, true infinity. This is a concept that can break the human mind. An infinite number of galaxies, an infinite number of stars, and, by the sheer, staggering law of probability, an infinite number of Earths, an infinite number of yous and me's, living out every possible variation of every possible life. In one universe, you are the emperor of a galactic empire. In another, you decided to have toast instead of cereal this morning. It's all real. The multiverse isn't just a theory in this model. It's a mathematical certainty. It's a dizzying, terrifying, and profoundly lonely thought. Or is it? Because if everything that can happen does happen, then we are all, in a way, immortal. Every story is being told. So, which is it? The finite cosmic sphere, or the infinite, fractal mirror hall of realities? The answer, my friends, lies in the ghost of creation, the echo of the Big Bang. We can't see the shape of the universe directly, any more than an ant can see the curve of the earth from its anthill. But we can look for clues, and the most profound clue is the oldest light in the universe, the cosmic microwave background. This is the residual heat, the fading glow of the Big Bang itself. It's a baby picture of the cosmos, taken when it was just 380,000 years old. Scientists have studied this glow with incredible precision. They are looking for imprints, for subtle patterns in the temperature of this light, like the grooves on a vinyl record. These grooves tell a story. They tell us about the geometry of the universe when it was unfathomably young. And the data from satellites like Planck has spoken. The music of the spheres, it turns out, is played on a very specific instrument. The universe, as far as we can measure, is flat, the infinite tabletop, the endless expanse, the multiverse. But wait, before you get lost in the vertigo of infinity, there is another, even more magical possibility, one that blends the finite and the infinite into something that sounds like it was ripped from the pages of a science fiction epic, the cosmic hall of mirrors. What if the universe is finite, but its flat geometry is an illusion created by its topology? Think of a video game world. The screen is flat, but when your character walks off the right edge, they reappear on the left. The space is finite, but because of its connectedness, it appears infinite from within. Now imagine that for our 3D universe. The most beautiful candidate is called the Poincare dodecahedral space. Imagine the cosmos is a giant 12-sided die, but each face is mysteriously connected to its opposite face. When you fly out of one face, you don't leave the die. You are instantly, seamlessly transported back in through the opposite face. The light from distant galaxies would do the same thing. We could, in theory, see the same galaxy in multiple different places in the sky. A ghost image, a cosmic mirage. We haven't found definitive proof of this yet, but the search continues. It would mean our universe is a perfect, finite puzzle box, a cosmic kaleidoscope, folding in on itself in an endless, elegant dance. This isn't just geometry. This is magic. It means the universe is a sealed, holistic entity, a single, interconnected object. Every part is linked to every other part in a way that defies our everyday experience. And this brings us to the most profound, the most mystical question of all. Why? Why does it have a shape at all? We've been talking about the shape of space, but the greatest revolution in modern thought is that space and time are woven together into a single fabric, space-time. So when we ask for the shape of the universe, we are really asking for the shape of space-time itself. A four-dimensional shape that we, as three-dimensional creatures, can only perceive in slices we call moments. Why is it shaped this way? Was it a random quantum fluctuation in the nothingness that preceded everything? Or was it designed? The fine-tuning required for a flat, stable, life-giving universe is so astronomically precise that it defies belief. It's like throwing a dart from 1 billion light years away and hitting a bullseye the size of a single atom. Change any of the fundamental constants by a hair, and no stars, no planets, no us. This leads some to the anthropic principle. The universe is the way it is, because if it weren't, we wouldn't be here to observe it. It's a tautology, but a powerful one. It suggests that the shape of the universe and the existence of consciousness are inextricably linked. It leads others to a more mystical conclusion, that the universe is a form of thought, a cosmic mind, thinking itself into existence. The shape of the universe, then, is the shape of a God's idea. The finite sphere, a thought completed. The infinite plane, a thought forever unfolding. The Hall of Mirrors topology, a mind in recursive contemplation of itself. Perhaps we are not just living in the universe. Perhaps we are the universe, becoming aware of itself. Our quest to understand its shape is the universe's own attempt to look in the mirror. So, where does that leave us here on our fragile world, under our familiar sky? It leaves us with a mystery that is still breathing, still unfolding. We are on the precipice of knowing. The next generation of telescopes, of space missions, of brilliant minds are probing this very question. They are looking for the ghost images in the sky, for the subtle twists in the fabric of space-time that will whisper the ultimate secret. We are all part of this story, the story of a conscious speck of stardust on a tiny rock, trying to comprehend the magnificent, impossible architecture of its home. And that is the greatest adventure there has ever been. If this journey through the cosmos has sparked something in you, if you felt that sense of wonder, then do me a favor. Like this video and subscribe to the channel. It truly helps us continue to explore these profound mysteries together. And I want to hear from you. What shape feels right to you? The finite sphere? The infinite plane? The cosmic kaleidoscope? Or something beyond our current imagination? Let me know in the comments below. This conversation is just beginning. For those of you who want to dive even deeper, to explore the idea that our universe may be a projection, a hologram, from a higher dimensional reality, I've written a book that explores these frontiers of physics and mysticism. It's called Holographic Multiverse. If you're ready to have your perception of reality completely transformed, the link to purchase it is in the description below. Thank you for watching. Keep looking up and never stop wondering.